some of us, I think we are trying to present our thesis of why this university exists. And we are very honored, Your Excellency, that you've given us this privilege, despite the fact that we have a small graduating class of 31, Your Excellency. But it is the importance that you have placed in this institution, and we are really honored. Please bear with us if we take long to explain the reason behind this, Your Excellency. The distinguished members of the Board of Trustees who have helped bring this mission to fruition are Brigadier Retired Wilson Boynet, Ambassador Dr. Amina Mohammed, Mr. Jan Bonde Nielsen, Professor Makao Mutua, Mrs. Agnes Shikuku, who is the Deputy Director General, Mr. John Sambu, who is the Director of Analysis and Production, and Dr. Agnes Kirui, who is the Secretary to the Board. In addition, Your Excellency, I wish to acknowledge the members of the University Council, which comprises of Honorable Dorcas Odwor, the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya. She is not here today, but represented by the Solicitor General. Professor Shaukat Abdurazak, Principal Secretary for who represents the Ministry of Finance, Principal Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning, Dr. Beatrice Muganda Inyangala, Principal Secretary for Higher Education and Research, who is with us, Major Retired Omar Marsa, who is the Chair of the Council, Mrs. Habiba Sebi, Director Administration, Mrs. Purity Masekonte, Director Training and Research, and Dr. Agnes Kirui, who represents the board. Indeed, Your Excellency, today's graduation reflects NERU's deliberate commitment to cultivating shared wisdom across sectors, borders, and generations. As the African proverb reminds us, wisdom is not found in one head. Rather, it flourishes where experiences are shared and knowledge is pursued for common purpose. Your Excellency, since the award of the Charter in 2024, we have expanded our academic scope to offer master's programs in counterterrorism, leadership, as well as doctorate in strategic security studies. We have also adapted institutional instruments to guide recruitment, terms of service, and staff retention at NERU, with the aim of ensuring competitiveness and quality education nationally, regionally, and globally. In this regard, we have already witnessed our students becoming better equipped to confront emerging challenges. This has been further enriched by the inclusion of international students to the class of 2026, which comprises of representatives from Burundi, Malawi, Mozambique, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, and finally our very own students from Kenya. Equally significant, Your Excellency, is the Intake 4, now in its first year of study, which comprises students from 21 African countries, with NERU student population now nearing 100 within 1 year. This growth demonstrates the university accelerating continental reach and growing academic appeal. And hopefully in the next graduation, Your Excellency, the numbers are going to grow. Your Excellency, the trajectory NERU has taken is fully aligned with your directives at the award of the Charter. Particularly, your call to strengthen intra-African collaboration in the security realm and to expand Global South capabilities through advanced education and research. The diversity and dynamism reflected in our student body today stands as clear evidence that this vision is already taking root. This year, Your Excellency, NERU intends to extend its footprint further by admitting students from at least 32 African countries. This expansion reflects our unwavering commitment to fully realize our Pan-African vision and mission. Of its mandate, the university is undertaking several transformative initiatives. These include the expansion of our physical infrastructure as exemplified by the Loresho campus, where we gather today, which is designed to accommodate our growing faculty, students, and research ambitions. We are also establishing a dedicated language center and developing a science and innovation center to strengthen interdisciplinary excellence. This reflects our determination to place science, innovation, and technology at the heart of our institutional growth in line with our 2025 plan, which affirms our belief that the future of security lies in innovation. Indeed, Africa confronts threats marked by a high degree of randomness, ushering in an era of polycrisis where traditional security threats coexist alongside emerging and often invisible risks. This reality, Your Excellency, compels Africa to develop its homegrown and adaptable solutions. It is within this context that NIRU is advancing an Afrocentric approach to intelligence and national security education that situates our scholarship within Africa's historical realities, strategic priorities, and uncertain future aspiration. Such an approach enables us to address threats that erode state legitimacy, weaken public trust, and undermine governance institutions. This range from transnational crime and cyber vulnerabilities to the weaponization of information through disinformation and misinformation, as well as climate change and pandemics. At the same time, Africa must navigate shifting global dynamics characterized by declining multilateralism. The implication is clear, Your Excellency. We must assume full responsibility for our security, our development, and the resilience of our institutions. Outsourcing this priority is no longer viable, if it ever truly was. Only by pulling together as African nations can we overcome the challenges before us. Concurrently, our continent stands at the center of renewed great power competition, particularly around strategic minerals, critical supply chains, and emerging technologies. The central question before us, Your Excellency, therefore, is how does Africa build a security architecture that enhances collective bargaining power, protects sovereign interests, and promotes cooperation rather than fragmentation. Intelligence and national security leaders are essential to this endeavor. Through shared strategic assessments, trust-based networks, joint education and research, Africa policy makers can anticipate risk, manage competition, and act together. NIRU thus stands at the forefront of building this foundation. By shaping the next cadre of intelligence and national security leaders, the university is contributing to the emergence of an African shield, a resilient, cooperative security architecture against evolving security threats. The network formed here will therefore transcend national boundaries and outlast political administrations, strengthening continuity and trust across the continent. This is especially significant given that historical engagement between African intelligence and security agencies often had to be facilitated through Western powers. Such arrangements limited direct collaboration and reinforced structural dependency. And Your Excellency, if I wanted to talk to the DG of Gambia, who was very far, the farthest end of West Africa, I would have to probably look for another Western power to organize that for us. We are saying this is no longer the case, and with such institutions, we are going to build great and better networks that will allow us to coordinate and act swiftly as Africans. As I conclude, Your Excellency, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and University Management, I wish to convey a profound appreciation for your wise counsel, strategic guidance, and steadfast support. Your consistent engagement and emphasis on education reflects your conviction that it is the surest investment in a nation's future strength. To the Cabinet Secretary for Education and the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, the steadfast support and encouragement of your respective ministries have been instrumental in nurturing this institution and steering it to excellence. distinguished Director Generals from the Gambia, Mr. Osman Sowe, from Rwanda, Mr. Amiabel, and from Uganda, Ambassador Ochwet, as well as representatives of Intelligence Service of Burundi, Malawi, Mozambique, Tanzania, and the Internal Security Organization of Uganda. Your presence here today affirms the confidence you have placed in this institution and reinforces Africa's security architecture. We look forward to hosting more of your officers to train alongside us. Their presence enriches our classrooms and deepens our continental bonds and understanding. I also wish to thank the Board of Trustees, the NERU Council, the Vice Chancellor, faculty and staff of NERU. You're the backbone of this organization. This achievement is because of your diligence, professionalism, and unwavering dedication. To the families and friends of our graduates, we thank you. Your support has been the quiet force behind this achievement. And now, to the graduates, you enter a profession where integrity is not optional, it is foundational. The threats you confront will evolve in complexity and scale. The moral choices you face will test your character. I urge you to stand firm, to operate within the rule of law, and to remain loyal to the people you serve. As you cross this threshold, you do so not merely as graduates, but as custodians of trust and guardians of Africa's destiny. The future of our continent will not be shaped by chance, but by principled leaders who choose duty over comfort and nation over self. May you be counted among them. Congratulations. It is now my honor to invite the Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, to deliver his remarks. Thereafter, I will invite the Honorable Julius Ogambo, Cabinet Secretary for Education, and finally, it will be my distinct privilege to invite His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, and Chancellor of the National Intelligence and Research University. Welcome, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen.
Your Excellency, President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who is the Chancellor of NERU, my colleague, CS Education, Migozo Gamba, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of NERU, and the Director General of National Intelligence Service, Mr. Senior Counsel Nordin Haji, other distinguished guests as established in the protocol. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First, let me say that this day is for His Excellency the President, so I will make sure that my remarks are very, very brief. Ordinarily, this is a very unique graduation for me, Your Excellency, to attend. Ordinarily, graduations are filled with fanfare, women screaming and cheering, and a lot of flowers being sold around the gate. And so this is a very unique one. There is a lot of silence. And this reflects this intelligence community. Your Excellency, they say a friend of mine went to meet an intelligence officer, a senior officer, I don't want to be in trouble, some time back. And when he came back, so I asked him, what did you discuss? He told me that he was nodding throughout. He was nodding throughout, so he can't remember exactly what they said, listening more than saying much. Your Excellency, when we came in, I had a small discussion at the waiting room. I was very concerned because of the motorboard that I was given, this cap, because I saw other people were wearing a round one, which looks like yours, Your Excellency, but mine I was given a square one, and I was very concerned until I realized the round one was for only those who have attained their PhD. So I asked Mr. Ogamba, even you are in the same situation. Then I advised him that since he's the Minister of Education, and he has been preaching all over about recognition of prior learning, he needs to create something for recognition of what he does so that in the next graduation you can wear something at least better than mine. So, Your Excellency, we are happy to be here. I want to congratulate the graduates for attaining their master's degrees. I want to also congratulate this institution, NIRU, and congratulate you, Your Excellency, because you are the one who gave it a charter. It definitely reflects on your belief, the fact that you are a very highly educated president in this republic. It also reflects on your personal belief on research and development. And you have gone a notch higher to establish also a State Department for Research and Development. And you believe that knowledge is extremely important in terms of decision making. I must emphasize, Your Excellency, that we have benefited in the security sector immensely from the knowledge and the intelligence reports that come from the National Intelligence Service. And it's important to note here that the information we get is based on in investment in terms of education and research. And it is important to note here that this university is going to produce men and women who are going to become assets to our country, but also in the continent. We grapple with challenges of transnational crime, including crimes such as terrorism, banditry. We have also national challenges like gangs, among others. And Your Excellency, having a properly trained intelligence service is very important for us to ensure that we have intelligence-led operations and also intelligence-led response in the security sector. We have seen the tremendous success that we have achieved in our country, whether it is the operations that is around our borders or also in dealing with matters of banditry. Intelligence-led operations have led to great success. And we are celebrating just 1 year down the line a possibility of collecting over 1,300 guns from bandits because of the support that we have received and the research that has been done by the intelligence sector, Your Excellency. In the past, security operations was very indiscriminate and hurt women, children, old people, innocent persons. And sometimes when you are told that there was a police operation in a particular area, communities knew that they were coming to beat everybody indiscriminately. But now we have more targeted intelligence-led operations taking place in our country because of the capacity and the ability of our National Intelligence Service. And we support this university, Your Excellency, and we believe that it should be expanded to accommodate other sectors, including officers that serve outside the intelligence sector, so that we can have a more multi-agency approach towards security operations. Your Excellency, I want to congratulate the graduates, and I believe that this spirit of bringing together all Africans in one class is taking us back to where we were as Africans. For example, in East Africa community, most of our founding fathers and mothers of our nations studied together, whether it was in Makerere or it was in Dar es Salaam University, and it became their net when it came to nation building and in terms of exchange of ideas and building an East African community. And so if we have to build a better and stronger African Union, this is the way to go, is to have students from other countries coming to Kenya and to have also students from Kenya going to study in other countries to foster regional and international cooperation. Your Excellency, with those many remarks, let me congratulate this institution and congratulate the students and wish them the very best. I thank you.
Your Excellency, just to clarify, we do have graduating students from KWS, National Police Service, and the Kenya Forestry. And in the other classes, we have more people from other departments. It is now my honor to invite the Honorable Julius Ogambo, Cabinet Secretary for Education, to make his remarks.
Our square outfits in the rest of us are learned. Together, a Vice Chancellor of the National Intelligence, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. To join you here today for this and Research University. First, just a year after the award of charter, proud that this university has successfully higher education in this country. This leadership of His Excellency the President